1, 2. 7 flatter, fly no shedding feathers, better sever or.
What's going on, everyone? I go by the name of KBTHEMARK, co-host of the DMV podcast, but as of now, you can call me the Le Champion of the DMV podcast. That fucking geek salamander that you all love so much couldn't even lace my boots. Everybody knows who the proper champion on the DMV podcast truly is. And for those who don't, I find that disappointing. But this is your NXT Great American Bash review for July 6th, 2020. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It'll really help the channel grow. We're going to jump into the first match, the first title match of 3. The Tag Team Champions, MSK versus Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa. And this was 2 thumbs up good. The match was very hard hitting, and that surprised me. I wanted to see if MSK could match that. They still kept a lot of their speed game, but I saw a lot of double team and power moves really wearing down Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy. Next up, we have the Johnny Gargano Karrion Kross face-off, and this was good. Did exactly what it needed to do. Love the fact that Samoa Joe is going to be the special guest referee, which gets me wondering, is Karrion Kross going to drop this title to Johnny Gargano? I believe that Karrion Kross is main event ready as long as they keep him with Scarlett. Next up, we have the $1 million title on the line. The champion, Mr. LA Knight, versus and this was 2 thumbs up good. This was better than their takeover match, the latter match of takeover. This was way better than that. Next up, we had the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship match. Zoe Starks and Io Shirai versus Candice LeRae and Indie Wrestling. The way. And this was good. The match was okay. I love the return of Miss Tegan Knox. I don't like that was the distraction finish. I would have preferred for the champions to lose. Then Tegan Knox makes her return. Next up, we had an interview segment with Toni Storm. And this was good. Toni Storm, I believe, is somebody who is main roster ready. Give her about a year or 2 on the main roster. She'll be competing for the Women's Championship. She just has to smooth out those edges, and she'll be ready to take on the main roster. Next up, we have the Hit Row Championship Celebration Cypher. And this was 2 thumbs up. I love the fact that Triple H is just letting them be them with this Cypher. I thought I didn't like B-Fab. She was okay, but Top Dollar is who really stood out to me. He had several lines in there, and I thought I was tripping. Because I'm thinking, Cypher on wrestling, that's kind of corny. Like when the New Day and the Usos did it, it was cool, but it was corny. When I'm actually listening to these 2, I'm like, they really saying something. So then I sent it to one of my guys, one of my friends who does music. I'm like, because we often talk about, rapping on wrestling shows. And, he's like me, it's kind of corny. So I sent this off to him, and he's like, oh, yeah, he was saying some stuff. I like that. And then I sent him what Isaiah Swerve Scott said, and he said, oh, yeah, this is 2 thumbs up good. And I'm like, are you sure? I don't want to put my name out there. And it's not 2 thumbs up. But he said, no. This was perfect. And they actually were saying something. I like that. Top Dollar with the You'll Really Be 7 figured out. And that they all had great bars, great entendres. This was very good. It's something that the audience really wasn't feeling, and I understand it. But it to me it was fantastic, and I love that. I love that Triple H is just letting them be them. Next up, we have the main event: Adam Cole, baby, versus Kyle O'Reilly, and this was 2 thumbs up good. This was also better than their takeover match that they had. This match was hard-hitting, technical at times, each one knowing each other, pretty much reversing each other's move. This had everything you wanted. And I loved that because they know each other so well, Adam Cole wasn't getting that last shot, or he wasn't getting that Panama Sunrise. And you could just see him keep building to it. Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, I'm starting to get Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens vibes. There will never be a bad match between them. And if that's the case, they might have their KO and Sami Zayn Part 2 on the main roster if they decide to bring up Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly at the same time. Me, I don't want that. I want Kyle O'Reilly to stay in NXT for a little bit. I want Adam Cole to be chasing that either WWE Championship or that Universal Championship, and he's unable to get the job done on numerous occasions. Maybe because the champion is with a faction and he's always outnumbered. So a week or 2 before the pay-per-view where I would have Adam Cole winning, he cuts a promo kind of along the lines where Seth Rollins did when they when they brought back Dean Ambrose and he was jacked. Something along that one. And which then you would just hear shock the system. And the fans are going to go nuts because they know they probably hadn't seen Undisputed Era in about 4 to 5 years. Or I'm sorry, 3 to 5. 3 to 5 years it's been since they've seen the Undisputed Era. So when Adam Cole says he's got a surprise for whoever the champion is, and the fans here shock the system, and they see Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Roderick Strong, and Adam Cole is right there, and they do the Undisputed Era sign and entrance. Now we know that Adam Cole is getting ready to be shot to the moon. That's how I would do it. But like I said, this match was fantastic. To me, this is out there with a match of the year candidate. This is a match of the year candidate. This was fantastic. This was fantastic. Well, that is it, you guys. That is it for the review. If I had to give NXT Great American Bash a grade out of 10, I'm going to give them a 9. This was a fantastic show. Loved all the matches. Loved the return of Tegan Knox. Everything on this show was fantastic. This was an excellent, easy 2 hour to 2 hour 15-minute watch. And that main event is what really pushes this show from kind of like a 7 to a 9. That main event was fantastic. Wrestler of the night, none other than Adam Cole, baby. He put on a classic with Kyle O'Reilly, which I think was leaps and bounds better than their takeover match. Well, that is it, you guys. That is it for the review. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It'll really help the channel grow. And tell that geek salamander it feels good to be the champion. I go by the name of KBTHEMARK, co-host of the DMV podcast, and we will see you soon.